just bend the back leg a little bit. You want to rest your palms.
Palms, okay.
Right there. There. Point your fingers forward. Now pull back on the ball of your foot. Soften. There. Now twist this hip a little forward. There you go. Right hip a little more forward yet. That's you square. Head back a little. That's perfect. Doing okay down below?
It's a little bit there on the right.
Okay. So, twist your right hip forward. Lift your left hip up a little and right hip forward again. Now press down on the outer edge of your right foot and feel like you're pushing your right heel to the left. Okay. Lift your ribs a little. There. How about now?
It's in like the glute, not the back now.
Okay.
Kinda.
Raise your,
It moved.
Lulu.
go ahead and raise your heel. This heel, raise the heel. There. Okay, twist this hip, pardon me, twist this hip backwards almost an inch. Push this bun down slightly. There. Bring your chest a little forward. Okay, how about now?
It was all right.
Okay, so you may have heard this before, Megan. You're a little twisted.
Yes.
Okay, step out and walk. I won't go to you. That's what I'm going to say. So we're going to do a reverse thing here. We were just now working on the hamstring. Now we're going to lengthen the quad.
Okay.
Because what this is showing us is your right quad is too tight.
Okay.
So, put your weight on the left, put the right foot here. Hands here. Push your wrists in and point your fingers down. Then just push your hips a little forward. Lean back a little. Keep your rear heel pressed low. Now look when I step out. You see how high that shoulder is? When I step, how much force I have in the foot. So, give that a try.
This way.
Yeah, step a little farther forward on your left leg. There. Okay. There. Now, hold on a second. Okay. Press this knee down a little. There. Turn your shoulders back this way a little bit. There. Chest a little forward on top. Okay. Now, press down on the ball. That's it. Now just barely lean back to me on top. You should feel a stretch in your quad, yes? Doing okay in the back?
Yep.
Beautiful. Push this down a little more.
I can't go anymore.
Okay, you feel that vibration in your leg? Raise that hip just a little. Turn this a little forward. There you go. Drop that shoulder.
That feels nice.
Good job. You can release and step out. Keep your eyes up. Oh yeah, you can seal the foot, triggering the glutes and the hamstrings. Upper body's really good. So what's happened, this seems to be a lot with female riders. When you're lifting your rib cage up, you tend to fall way back from here, and then the neck and jaw tense. So you want to imagine that you're gonna line your body feeling a little too far forward. You want to feel the pit of the throat a little forward of your pubic bone, and chances are you'll be upright. Now you notice how your foot started, how your legs started to vibrate really fast. That's not weakness. It's because the nerves don't recognize that signal. By and by, you'll get stronger and you won't shake. Same thing on the other leg now.
Okay.
Step a little farther forward, a little wider with your front leg. Okay. Now make sure you got the weight in the front leg. That's it. Put your hands there on the ribs. Twist this knee out a little. You can drive this knee forward a little bit. There. Twist the left hip a little forward. Okay. Right hip up about a quarter. That's your level. Now from here up, soften your jaw. Oh, that's good. Pushing down on that foot. Now from here up, just lean back a little bit. Feel the quad working? Twist this knee out a tiny. There you go. Come back just a titch. Oh, that's beautiful. You can release and step out. Keep your eyes up. Oh, yeah. Feel how natural and easy the uplift is? Okay. So, next one's a little different. It looks the same, but it's more steep, you might say. So, probably see this from the side best. You get closer. Now just press down.
Okay.
Don't let the rear heel come up. Then push your hips a little forward. You're going to have a very big stretch here.
Okay.
Now look, when I step off, you see how
The
that
shoulders up.
shoulder
Yeah.
up? When the quad lengthens, all of this lengthens. The longer you are here, the easier you sit the trot and the canter. The shorter you are here, the more you're bouncing, trying to figure what's going on. Okay. Now, one thing, you don't want to feel this knee. If you're
Okay.
feeling a knee stop, it means the angle's wrong.
Okay.
So just step a little bit forward on that left leg. All right, put your hands under the ribs, the fingers pointed forward. Press that knee forward. Now push your buns down. There. Bring your hips back a little. Come a little forward up on there. You feel your quad working on the right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, hold that position. Wow, that is really good. Now lift the left hip up a little, right hip a click forward. Now this is where you don't know what's happening to your body. Relax. Relax here. I'm going to turn your ribs a quarter turn to the right. Turn the ribs this way. Turn the ribs. Drop your right shoulder. That's your body square right there. Other than feeling odd, you doing okay?
Yes. Oh, aha.
Okay, step out. I speak fluent ooh, ah. So what we saw, you can see this, Michelle, when we challenged the right quad, the left hip sank down and your ribs went 30 degrees to the left while your head stayed in the center. And that makes you a little shifty down below, and that makes compression there.
Okay.
So, now take your right leg, we're going to put it up here flat.
Matt, let me start over. Cam, you know when you're talking on the phone or doing a Skype,
Yeah.
you're about 6 times louder than you are right now. So you could be a little bit louder.
What? Speak up. Okay. So, you put your heel, okay, put your heel there. Plant the other heel. Both hands here. Soften the tongue. Now press your buns down. Keep the rear heel flat. You're going to get a big stretch there. Then if you can, push your hips forward. Lean a little back. You've got a nice stretch there, but a big stretch to the Achilles. This is the first time I've really worked on stretching the left. When I stand up now, you see my shoulders are even. And you're going to feel a big vertical force right there. Okay? It's a kind of a large step for your frame, but I think it'll work. Step a little wider to the side. Okay. Put both hands on your quad. Now slowly just press your buns down. Go for it deeper if you could.
Turn. Let me get through this.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Now twist your left hip a little forward. Lean back a little. Good. Pressing the buns down. Pressing that heel down. Very good. Now push your hips a little forward. Left hip a little forward. Left hip a little. Now from here up, lean back a little. Yes. Pushing down there, and release. Step out and walk. You're going to have quite a lift off that left side.
Wow. Okay.
So you notice how quickly we can change the whole body dynamic. So what we're trying to set up here is once you know to do this, you can do this before you get on red, and then when you get on red, you're balanced. So you give him a balance connection right from the get-go. Okay? If we look at the other leg here for a second, because there's always details here. Soften your lips. Think of your elbows as heavy. Now this time when you push your hips down by pressing the elbows down. Elbows down. See the whole body work as a unit.
Okay.
Elbows down. Push down on the rear heel. I'm pretty good there, driving the hips forward. Now a little lay back. Now I do this a lot so I can get fairly deep. Now when I release, The entire midsection is coming up. And you know how you have a cinch on the horse? These are your cinch muscles we just activated. That's why everything comes up. Okay? Give that a try. And that'll be a good basic warm-up for right now. Okay? So press your elbows down. That's it. Very good. Relax your lips. Keep your mouth open. Okay, push your buns down a little lower. Soften your jaw. Now try to twist the right hip an inch forward. There. So now, soften your jaw and roll the shoulder back. Bring your head to the center. Feel like your butter here? Push your hips a little forward. Drive this bun down a little bit, just to let, there you go. Lean back a little. Perfect, you can release and step out. Keep your eyes up. Feel how long your torso is? Okay. Rich is going to wonder who's that tall woman driving the truck.
Yeah. She can see over the steering wheel.
So just go ahead and saddle up and
All right.
I'll meet you. The idea that this is the engine of the proper vertical speed.
Okay.
And just see it in your mind as happening rather than trying to force it.
Okay.
Gonna come
This
to.
is a lovely start. This is a really nice start.
I like that. No. Okay.
That's it. And then bring that to a pause, if you would, please. Okay. So what I'd like to do is bring his head over this way just a little bit.
All of him or just his
No,
head?
I want him turned sideways toward Michelle so we can catch us in the camera. Okay. What we want to do here is, I want to get a little length here. So the way you're going to do this is, you're going to drive your mastoids up.
Oh yeah.
Now pull the bottom of the rib cage back to touch there. That's it. Come a little forward on top. Now let your ankles drop. Yes. There you go. Soften the lips a little. That's beautiful. Keep your eyes a little above the horizon. You can lean a titch forward on top. There. There. Still got your good seat contact?
I think so.
Okay. Then go ahead and walk out. Big improvement on the eyes. The eyes are staying forward, they're staying level, they're staying soft. The hip joint to inguinal is way better, really nice and open. How's your lower leg feel?
The outside inner is working, but I'm working it to keep on a circle.
Okay. So tell you what, just go turn around, then just go straight. I just want to see how your legs feel when you're going straight. Very nice.
Better.
And then come on back, please. And then just come to a halt there. All right. Now you're falling down a little into the left hip.
Okay.
So think of pressing down on your right armpit. I want you to think of pressing down at the bottom of the right shoulder blade. Just press down there, that's it. Let your thigh extend out of there. Kind of let it drop, don't force it. There you go. I need you a little more forward on top. Drop your nose a little. Now think these are pulling back. That's it. Okay. And go ahead, just go down, turn around and come back again. And keep that right scapula driving down. Oh, that's night and day. That's really nice. Wow. Soften your lips a little, please. How's that feel?
Pretty good. How do I not like over cue in a way that then like I'm turning or using my legs and it'll cramp like right in this.
Okay, are you getting a cramp right now?
It's not actively cramping, but
you think it might?
could.
Okay.
That's like a regular like
Okay.
I
Cramps mostly when you're turning in that direction?
I'm not really paid that much attention other than like using this whole leg
Okay.
for steering and
Okay, so hold there
cueing.
just a sec.
So what do you mean by
Look at
that?
here.
What do you do with your leg for cueing and steering?
Like using my inner, I'm pulling inward, and it like goes up to this.
Okay. See, when you're pulling inward, you're actually pulling the hip up.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Totally makes sense.
let's do the thing where you imagine your legs are sinking down under his belly,
Okay.
and your pinky toes are going
We're
to
doing
meet in the
pinky
middle.
toes. Okay.
Okay?
That's gonna
Then
probably help.
what I want you to do when you want to make the cue, I want you to feel like you get stronger in the leg by lifting here.
Okay.
Don't put force in the leg, just lift from there. And see the turn in your mind. See the rotation through his rib cage in your mind when you lift your hip.
Okay.
Very good.
What about what you told me about pointing the pubic bone?
Oh yeah. So your pubic bone is right there. So say if you want to turn that way. No, that's fine. Now just think you're going to pull this part of you. Just think you're going to pull this spot backwards. There. No. Keep up. It's just in your mind. Just think of
Okay.
just draw that. Yeah, that's it. That's going to make your whole body signal. So you're tending to fall down here a little bit. So make
And
these like your turn
crunch.
signal.
Yeah.
Just think this is like your indicator.
Okay.
So when your indicator's going, it's not a lot of force, but it's signaling, oh, I'm turning. So
Okay.
you want to think of giving him a signal, not pushing him or pulling him.
Right.
Okay? Beautiful frame. So give those ideas a try. Thanks for that suggestion, dear.
Okay. The edge.
So you lift the rib up first, and then you want to just signal through the one side of the pubic bone. Wow.
We'll try it the other way.
So I found with my horse this morning that the lighter I was and the more subtle, he was like spinning around his hind leg.
See, we can't see your cues.
Well, again, I'm having trouble making the old habit of just to get there.
Okay, so
Yes,
don't
do
think
me.
of don't think of making horizontal force. Think of making vertical.
Okay.
So, if you want this to, okay, push up from the back of your head and let this drop. Just let the weight of the knee pull out of the hip. There you go. So let your legs drop, push up through there, and trust your vertical. The stronger the vertical, the less rotation signal you have to make.
Okay.
All right? So
Yeah, ideally you're not using your legs, just your seat,
Yeah.
and not pushing, just
Uh-huh.
hold on.
You can give them a little more impulsion forward. That's beautiful. Trust your vertical force when you want to turn the other way.
To the right. We're
Okay,
little bit
pause.
more in sync.
Pause, stop. So you started to tense your lips and push your jaw up and it made your body sag.
yeah.
So, just like you're looking for Red to be licking and chewing
Which he's doing.
Yeah.
to register an imprint, doubly for you. So imagine the tip of your nose is a little heavy. You're going to feel fine. Let the tip of your tongue stay in contact with your lower lip. That's it. And remember, the force for the signal comes from the vertical, not from the horizontal. And then when you want to make the turn, see your body, see the bones moving in your body. Just see it rather than force it. And trust that communication come. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. That was flawless. Now let's see the other way. Just decide you're going to do it.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get out of camera because he keeps being.
That's fine.
We're trying to go past you.
It's all right. Nice and soft.
Oh my God.
Look at that!
It kind of started to crunch right there, but it wasn't bad.
Okay,
And it was really light,
good.
less force than
So, what I'm seeing when you think, you're like a theater where you sit down in a theater, but the screen's behind you. Okay? So put the screen of your thought in front of you, and that'll take care of this.
Okay.
All right?
I need to do some more.
Why don't you try a figure eight down there? Using
Okay.
the arena, 2 10-meter circles is good, or
Yeah.
Then I just bring that to a pause. That was highly successful. So what I want to point out, you see what a big difference it is letting this come down? Because this controls your pole. If your pole is extended, his pole will be perfect. If your pole is contracted or twisted, you're giving him like a signal he can't succeed with. So again, thinking that you did this perfectly is when you look where you wanted to go, you're looking in front and aiming forward.
Red.
That's real. It sounds very simple, but because of the thinking process, most people think backwards. Okay. So, why don't you go from walk into trot and let's see what happens.
Okay.
Maybe just use the length of the arena so you got a little time.
Okay.
Just remember, you're going to drop your septum, let the tongue rest on the lower lip. Wow. Wow. He says yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, once again, just try the same thing. And once again, let's do this. Think of once you're into the trot, think of expanding the lower ribs wide.
Okay.
Just think they're pushing out to the horizons on either side.
Okay.
Because what's happening, you're kind of losing intention here, so drive, yeah. Wherever you don't have intention, habit and momentum disturb you. Okay. When you're ready, please.
No.
Very nice. Beautiful. And then bring that to a very nice. You feel the difference in what you did?
Yeah.
So, the reason I'm stopping is we want to get, this is my whole theory on training is based on the Goldilocks story.
Okay.
Too big is no good, too small is no good, only just right is just right.
Yeah.
So when we give you a little bout of just right, your nurse goes, oh yeah, just right.
Yeah.
Because you know it's just right feels like automatic, and it's almost like you feel like, is that okay not to try? Is that okay not to be straining? Because you're, in most of us, but you're a little more extreme, the contraction in the supraorbital ridge there in the eyebrows tends to put you a little back, and then the jaw slides forward, so you're in the realm of try.
Yeah.
Here we're in the realm of faithful believe. So I'm going to give you one other cue. Is that working? Okay. So, right there, I want you to press the supraorbital ridge. Just imagine when you want to go, you're just going to push that a little forward once you're in trot. Just push the forehead. Just think your forehead is driving in front of your pubis.
Okay.
It's just a picture, okay? So just use it as a picture. Soften your tongue and your lower lip, and go ahead and start the walk when you're ready.
Am I walking or trotting?
Walk to trot. Lovely. Really nice.
He's so sensitive, I can think I'm gonna prepare for the halt, and he'll be there 7 strides early.
Yes. So you're noticing what happens is when you're thinking of halting, you start to lean back. And then he goes, okay, I'm done. So what I want you to do is, you ever played softball? You know how like in softball the pitch is like a lob? So when you want to go half halt, lob the signal for us. Okay, we're gonna, like say, if we're here, we'll say, okay, Red.
Lob my half hold up there?
Yeah, we're gonna, okay, Red, we're gonna half halt way there. Yeah. Otherwise, because when you're thinking it, your body starts to do it for him, and he goes, oh shit, I better catch up. So again, it's the idea of forward thinking, and this just happened to me in the last couple of times I've been with Michelle and you, is like, think of throwing the thought in a lob, because nature works in arcs. Nature doesn't work in straight lines. Okay? So, you started off there, you had a nice transition to the trot, you came around, then you started thinking a little bit. So when you start thinking, just come down to the walk,
Okay.
Let him walk a little bit, and then just lob your thought forward into the trot. Then when you're
Okay.
ready to come on a trot, lob your thought into the half vault, like maybe 10 steps in front.
Okay.
All right. Very nice. Very nice.
Outside rain. He's twisting. There you go. Ooh, that was lovely.
Very nice. Very nice. This is a little bit like trying to speak a foreign language and juggle on one foot all at the same time.
Uh-huh.
But you're doing really well. What I want to point out is have faith that just having the images is going to do the work for you. Okay? Michelle can give you better cues on the writing aspect of it, but your anatomical aspect there is way, way better. I just want to point out, we only introduced this to you earlier in the week. What was that, like Monday or Tuesday? So that's only been Wednesday, Thursday, 2 days in between. If you were to look at a video of where we started with you on Tuesday, and what you just looked at right now, you wouldn't believe it had been like 2-3 days.
Oh, I feel like it. I can feel it. Yeah.
So
I can feel like just the calm in my body. Like I am an overthinker, and I'm a tensor, and I'm a bull through-iter, and yeah, I can feel that I'm not like a noodle, but I feel like, oh, this is like relaxed isn't the right word either. I don't know what the word is.
It's
but
buoyant.
okay, buoyant.
Buoyant.
Yeah, okay.
Because buoyant feels everything and responds to everything. What I would suggest to you in terms of how you're thinking about yourself is what you described before. Those are behaviors. Those are not identities. But if you keep up a certain behavior, then you identify with tension, you identify with overdoing. So if we imagine that you don't really know the identity of your physical buoyant nature, but your body can show it to you as you soften the face. Again, if the face is tight, everything's going to be tight. When you soften the face, it's sort of like you're preparing to be blessed. Okay? So, why don't you do that, what you just did, let's just do that one more time, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Okay.
And then cameraman has a request. If when you stop with that lovely background of the trees instead of the RVs, I can get some nice still shots of you too.
Okay. We'll work on that. We'll work on that, Biggie.
I'll move the stand a little bit that way. Head over to B. Look over at B and just let him go on over there. Don't keep your body static. There. Good. And then turn to your right. And halt when you get to A. What a good boy. That's okay.
Mr. Creeper.
Isn't that interesting?
Boy. Good boy, Riyadh.
I would walk him around in a circle and take him back to where your original place of halting is and see he wasn't comfortable there or something.
No, he's comfortable with you all.
So decide where you're going to halt.
Praise him. Good boy.
Perfect. Now, last time, did you really have a decision to halt there? You thought I'd better stop there. Like this was like, boom. Oh yeah, we're right here. This is where I stopped.
It wasn't as firm a decision.
Okay. So
I was hoping just to have gravity take me there.
okay. So we want to use softness in the body, but remember, horses are herd animals. He needs you to be the alpha mare.
Sure.
And when you abandon the leadership, he's not going, where are we?
Yeah.
So like what Michelle said, when things are not perfect, just figure out like, well, that's interesting. What signal am I giving that he would respond that way?
Yeah.
Okay. How's your brain?
Full.
I think we could say enough right there.
Okay.
Because it's always better in this kind of training to do less, because a lot of this happens on the subconscious and unconscious. Because notice, I'm asking you to use the kind of mind that you had when you were a little kid, before you tried to make a better grade, before you tried to like conform to rules more and more when you're like living in your play mind.
Right.
So if you think this is how you and your playmate, the horse, are having some enjoyment together and discovering how you work best together,
Yeah.
then that's the best way
Yeah.
to enjoy your learning process and enjoy how you're learning how he learns and vice versa.
It is relearning, because I did come from a background of you got to drill 5 days a week, and you got to work for an hour and a half minimum, and you got to do the and all the things, and in this order, and so there's even this almost like guilt level that I only rode for 20 minutes, but it was a good ride. But should I have if had that good ride? So then maybe I should have gone on to the next subject. Maybe I should have practiced
Yeah.
something. You know, it's
So let me give this word of writing your thoughts. Any thoughts that moves into criticism, it's poison, get rid of it. Any thoughts that move into doubt, don't believe it. See, doubt is a negative religion. And a lot of people don't believe in God, don't believe in it, but they really believe in their doubts.
yeah.
They're sure their doubts are real. So the example I use is like this. Doubt is to your mind what smoking is to your lungs. Doubt is to your heart what pornography is to your body. It's just terrible. There's no redeeming feature. Now when you have this revulsion to doubt, it can't grab your attention. It's sort of like there's some people you know when they open their mouth they're lying. So doubt is a liar. It's by nature, it's from hell, it's a lie. So if you put your attention forward, that old mental behavior can't take your mind. Everything I'm teaching you has to do with, there's a perfect arc of intention that always, if you remember this, you always put the past behind you. You never draw it forward.
Right.
Because when you draw the past forward, son of a gun, I just don't seem to be changing.
Right.
I seem to be repeating the same mistakes because you're using the past methods. So the reason why I want to stop here is this is a lot of new stuff you
Yeah.
just did successfully, and I'm a little pedantic about this, but it takes a while to get used to like not being guilty. Like I succeeded and I didn't work hard,
Right.
and I'm not being punished
I
because
should
I
be
didn't
sweating,
work
and my
hard.
horse should be sweating, and
Yeah.
it should be a struggle.
No, what you're looking for is a happy partnership. So
Yeah.
the next time you attack him up, he goes, "Oh boy, are we going to play together again?"
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
want to be the same way. Oh, I get to try that funny thing with my lips and my eyebrows, and I can try that. Oh, my shoulder blade, or turn thinking of my pubic bone as a blinker, going, "Oh, we're going left." Just, if we make the ideas play, then we're not beating ourselves up.
Yeah.
Very good. Good work, Red. Good work.
Good
Let's be a
job,
turn
buddy.
and smile, you guys.
We had
Red.
You smiling?
Red.
Red, red.
Hello.
There we
Oh,
go.
that's a good one. Another one. And one more. Very good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Everything about the Revivabac system